Hello everybody. Today we are going to be learning how to perform operations with fractions, which is basically just adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So we are going to be starting with adding and subtracting. So here we go. Let's say we have a problem 1/2 plus 1/3, and we need to figure out what this equals. So the first step is to find a common denominator, or the least common denominator, for these two fractions. If you guys don't know what a denominator is, it's the number below the line. So let's say we have x over y. Y would be the denominator, and then x would be what we call the numerator, the number above the line. So we need to find the least common denominator, and to do that we need to find the least common multiple of these two numbers. Now what I mean by that is that if you keep adding 2 by 2, we need to find the lowest number that would also work for 3 plus 3. You guys might not understand what I'm saying, but I will show you in a second. So here, let's say we have 2 and 3. So we'll just keep adding 2 over and over again on this side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Here on this side we'll do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. So we need to find what's the lowest number that is equal to each other on both sides and is there on both sides. So for example here, we can see that there's a 12 on both sides. Now we could use that, but the smaller the number, the easier this will be, and we can see that there's a 6 on both sides. So we can use the 6, and there's no smaller number than 6. In order to do that, we would have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by whatever we need to get to 6. So for example, we have 1/2 here, and we need to multiply both sides by whatever for this to equal 6. So here, these also have to be the same number. Multiply them by the same number. So here we can see that 2 times 3 would equal 6. So this is the third number here. So 2 times 3 equals 6. And we could also do the same thing above for the numerator. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Now 3/6 is equal to 1/2, which is why this works. And we also want to do that on the other side, so 1, 3 times whatever is equal to blank over 6. Now we know that 3 times 2 is equal to 6, so we can do 1 times 2 here as well to get 2/6, which is again equal to 1/3. Now it's a lot easier. We just write it out again, so 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6 is equal to, now you might be thinking we add both these numbers, so it'd be 5 over 12, but what we want to do here is just keep the 6, so the numerator is the only thing that changes. The denominator stays the same here. So we just add 3 and 2, and then we get 5, so the answer is 5 over 6. Now, in order for you guys to fully understand the concept of what I'm trying to say and teach you, I will give you guys some examples to work with. So here we go. Wait, and one last thing. Let's say we had the same thing. Let's say we had, before we had 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. So we could do 3 over 6 minus 2 over 6. And that'd just be the same thing. Move over the 6. So it would be the denominator for the answer. Then to find the numerator, just subtract 3 minus 2, which is 1. So the answer would be 1/6. So now that you guys know this, I think you're ready for the examples that I am about to show you. So here we go. Okay, so I wrote down the examples for you guys over here. So we have 6 over 7 minus 2 over 5. And we also have 2/3 plus 1/2. So go ahead, try to solve it, pause the video, and come back when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with the left equation. So a quick way to find a common multiple is just by multiplying these two numbers. 7 times 5 is equal to 35. Because it works both ways, you can also do 5 times 7 is equal to 35. So 6 over 7 times blank is equal to blank over 35. Now we do 7 times 5, which means we also have to do that on this part over here for the numerator, which would give us 30. And then we have to do it for the other one. So 2 over 5 times blank is equal to blank over 35. 5 times 7 equals 35. And we have to do the same for the numerator. 2 times 7 is equal to 14. And then 30 minus 14, 35, 35. We just carry over the numerator or the denominator, so it would just be over 35. 30 minus 14, 16. The answer for this is 16 over 35. Okay, so we solved the left equation, so now we have to solve the right one. So we could just do 3 times 2, which would give us 6, so then 2 over 3 times blank is equal to blank over 6. We multiply 3 by 2 to get 6, so we would also have to do that for the top, which would give us 4. 4/6, and then now we have to do it for 1/2, so 1/2 times blank equals blank over 6. 2 times 3 equals 6, so you do that for the top. 3, 1 times 3 is equal to 3, which means we are left with 4 over 6 plus 3 over 6 is equal to 7 over 6. And we could either leave it at 7 over 6 or make it into a mixed number or a mixed fraction, which would give us 1 and 1/6. But just for now, we're going to be putting 7/6 as the answer for that. Okay, so we did addition and subtraction, and now we are on to multiplication and division. And it is actually really easy to do multiplication and division. So, as you can see here, we have, let's say, 4 over 3 times 2 over 4. Now you might be thinking, we need to get the common denominator again and do the same process but multiplying instead. But this is actually really easy. All we have to do is multiply the denominators, 12 over 12, and then the numerators, 8. So our answer is literally 8 over 12, or we could simplify it to make it 2/3. And now that I showed you multiplication, I'm going to be showing you how to divide. So let's say we have 7 over 5 divided by 3 over 6. Now, in order to do this, what we have to do is what they call keep, change, flip. If you guys don't know what that means, it basically means we keep the first number, we change the division to multiplication, so keep, change, and then we flip this to make it 6 over 3. And this is basically just 7 over 5 times 2 over 1 to simplify it, and that will give us 14 over 5 as our answer. Now, I will give you guys some examples and then that'll be it for the video. 4 over 5 divided by 2 over 3, and then we have 2 over 3 times 17 over 4. So go ahead, try it out, pause the video, and then come back when you're done. Okay, so I assumed you tried, so we're going to be solving the top equation first. So it is going to be keep, change, flip. And for keep, change, flip, what we have to do is keep the first number, change the division to multiplication, and then flip this to 3 over 2. And that'll make it 12 over 10, or 6 over 5 simplified. And over here we have multiplication. All we have to do is 2 times 17, 34. 3 times 4, 12. Simplify it. What do you get? 17 over 6 as the answer for this bottom equation. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.